Canada were the champions of the lightweight women's quadruple sculls in Gifu a year ago.
So the big question in this race is who's going to get close to the Chinese. I don't think there's any doubt that the Chinese crew are going to win this race. They've been completely dominant all week here, setting new world records, and essentially they are head and shoulders above any other crew in this race. I think one could I mean, it's great the Danes are up with them, but I expect the sort of pace through the middle of this Chinese crew is pretty much unbeatable. I'd almost speculate, David, that you could take any combination out of this quad, put them in lightweight women's doubles, and they'd probably end up with a gold medal too.
Well, the other extraordinary factor, which I know you're aching to point out here, Martin, is the age of this Chinese crew, or the age of one of their crew in particular. Yeah,
we can see the Liu Jing, the woman at stroke, but behind her, out of sight from that camera shot, is Fan Zhuifei. There we've got a shot of her, and she's actually stuffing it in. But this woman's 15 years of age. I mean, do we call her a girl? I've never really known anybody that young in a World Championship senior event, David. And it's absolutely, I mean, everyone's open-mouthed at the sort of age of this woman. The fact she's able to be so competitive, and she's out in front.
Yeah, what do you make of them?
Well, I think you've got to say that the Chinese here all week have looked fantastic. In terms of lightweight rowing in particular, I think the men's four, we'll see them later today, they look great, and this women's quad have been ever so aggressive. And you can see the standard, the number of people they've got to choose from. I mean, 133.58, again, you know, are they going to break the world record they set earlier in this championships? You know, they are setting new standards for this event.
Well, to be fair, they have got a huge reservoir of talent that they've been, you know, developing over the last 10 years.
Absolutely, and I think what's interesting is that China are particularly strong in lightweight rowing. It seems to me that they've actually managed to put engines within these sort of smallish women, and really done so in a way that takes them out of the rest of the world. And the Danish crew, who are those silver medalists from 2005, again sculling very well, very good technical crew, but just not quite the attack and the verve of those Chinese.
Yeah, but overall at international level, the Danish crew much more experienced. Now you can just see in the foreground, it's Germany in lane 5. Well, if they were to get anywhere near the medals, that would be an absolute triumph, because they really are rookies in every sense of the word. Yeah,
the German crew, they're the under-23 crew from the championships this year. They got a silver medal in that, so I guess they're going to be brave and they're going to go out and challenge. I'm a bit surprised that the British crew, who did win their heat here, haven't challenged at all, and we're trying to see if we can see their bows at number 3. Are they going to come up? And at the moment they're out of the medals. That would be very disappointing for them. But I'm just looking at the wake of this Chinese crew. I mean, they just look fantastic, and we, you know, through the 1,000 meters in 3.9, I'd say again that's probably a world record pace.
Well, it's 136.19, so it's really close to it. The other thing that you can notice about the Chinese here is they really know how to deliver value to their sponsors.
Yeah, they're so, absolutely. They're so dynamic though. Look at the way they kind of grab the water and they're just exploding against it, and you've got continued acceleration through the stroke. And that's taking nothing away from this Danish crew, but they just don't have the dynamism of the Chinese.
Well, Denmark solid in silver medal place at the moment, but out of picture, Great Britain now beginning to make some progress on Germany, and they might very shortly be on terms or even through the German quartet, and then they'll be chasing Denmark for the silver.
Yeah, I mean, it's very important, this third 500. We've seen how crucial it is in races, and yeah, and you're absolutely right, David. This British crew have laid down a real marker. Well, that first 250 of the third 500 metres was really important for them, and I think probably the inexperience of the German quartet has told there, but that's a very solid bronze medal scull at the moment from the British crew.
Yeah, second fastest, I think, only to the Chinese at this particular point in the race. But China completely out of picture. The director concentrating on the fight for silver and bronze medals. And now the Great British Quartet really getting to terms with Denmark. They're just about getting an overlap as we go past the helter-skelter with about 7:50 to go.
Yeah, I'll tell you what's going to be interesting is this British crew going to have the same or quicker pace than the Chinese in that third 500 metres, which they've done a scorcher of a pace.
Indeed they have, 136.95, and frankly, Martin, only a torpedo is going to stop the Chinese at the moment. The interest really is here between Great Britain and Denmark. Great Britain, who are tantalisingly close to the Danes, but every time Great Britain push, so do the Danes respond.
Yeah, they do actually, and I think that Britain are probably going to settle for a bronze medal performance. It'll be very difficult with this tailwind blowing for them to get back a whole 2-second deficit on a good crew of silver medalists. But you know, I still want the director to go and look at this Chinese crew, because the technique, the vibrancy, everything about their performance is so fantastic, and all we can see there so far ahead is the wake of paddles.
Well, it's pretty extraordinary for a 15-year-old to win a junior world gold medal, let alone a senior one, Martin.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say this is absolutely sensational performance. It's a sensational result for the Chinese team, and it's a fantastic triumph for Fan Zhuifei.
Indeed it is, and Denmark still holding Great Britain. Julian Rasmussen versus Sophie Hoskin, but Julian Rasmussen getting the better of the argument. But this is Liu Jing, Fan Zhuifei, Chen Haixie and Yu Hua, and this quartet are going to record a famous victory. And I just wonder how quick this is going to be, because they've been quick all the way through, looking for the time better than 6:29.24, and that would be a new world best time, and they have destroyed it. 6:23.80. That is annihilation. They've got the gold, and they've got a world best time that may stand for an awful long time.
Yeah, and as Germany crossed the line way back there, I mean, what must they think, having heard the Chinese buzzer so far in front of them? But well, the Canadians still on the course, and well, you know, that time was done without really any opposition.
And it is a full 5 seconds better than the world best time they recorded earlier in the week here at Eton. Quite simply fantastic, but remember, there are only 2 places available in the Olympics for the women's lightweight double sculls.